We also have a lot of opportunity in agriculture. Kenya has got some of the best soils in the world. We have opportunities in technology. We have about, I would arguably say, the best population in terms of their tooling and their ability and their attitude towards work. Their work ethic is second to none. Kenya, especially the capital markets at the Nairobi Securities Exchange, offers a very good return to your investments. Kenya is one of the countries in Africa that has no foreign currency controls. You are able to move convertible hard currencies into Kenya, buy shares, make your arbitrage. When you're ready to sell, sell and move out. In Kenya, you can walk into your bank and buy your dollars and remit it to wherever you want, so long as you have the documentation to prove that you're doing bona fide trading. Kenya, like many frontier countries, faces a challenge in its fiscal environment, in the sense that the balance of payments becomes a huge challenge. And it's for that reason that you'll find that the sovereign debt is quite high in Kenya. And that sovereign debt, as a consequence, leads to quite heavy taxation in the population. Hi, Goldfinger. How are you?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Welcome.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
This is a fantastic place.
Thank you.
So the first question I would like to ask, I know you as a man wears many hats. I know you as a farmer, the head of the Nairobi Securities Exchange,
Yes.
and now hospitality. So why hospitality?
Well, you forgot legal. You forgot my board roles. You forgot, being a family man. I have many roles. I mean, I'm also a community leader. I'm the head of my clan.
Great.
As I also have a cultural responsibility towards my clan. Hospitality is interesting. I mean, it's a horizontal integration of the farming business that I do. The coffee that you see in this restaurant showcased in this on this table that we're sitting on is coffee that I grew. And as you know, coffee as a luxury and a daily consumable is starting to take the profile of, say, vintage wines or whiskeys. Correct. People are looking at the story. So for us, Sirwo Coffee, we have a story to tell. Where we started, what we've done with it, how it's evolving into a global product. And it's something I find extremely fascinating. At the same time, I'm a very social person, so I have a broad network of people, socially, commercially.
So this kind of
this becomes like my living room sort of place.
Where your friends come to hang out.
Yes.
Great. You said something about the coffee that you have at this place is from your farm.
Yes.
Are you looking at the entire ecosystem value chain in terms of coffee? At some point, one day you're going to package it under that, or for now it's just farm to this.
Oh, Goldfinger, you're late, man. I had my packaged coffee here, so I'll give you some to take to go back home. I'll give you right now when you leave. So yes, we are involved in the growing. And one of the reasons, and I mentioned it earlier, that I got involved in coffee is that it offers you a myriad opportunity in business. I mean, you can grow the coffee and sell it as a commodity, unfinished commodity. You can value add it, roast it, package it and sell it.
Yep.
You can vend it through coffee shop like we are now. You can even supply it into offices through vending machines.
Yep.
You can go to the auctions on there and export it. And so it opens up to a whole host of business opportunities. So coffee is an amazing and fascinating one.
Now let's go back to the hospitality industry.
Yes.
What are the opportunities in this industry in Kenya from your perspective?
First and foremost, the opportunity that I see is that we've got a fast-growing middle class in Kenya. I'm sure you've seen around Nairobi that the middle class is quite vibrant. There's a lot of young people. If you look at our demographic profile as a country, 80% of our population is below the age of 30. So, and many of them are today, fertile ground for consumers for both today and for tomorrow. Right. So hospitality is naturally going to be on the upsurge going forward. We are doing hospitality both here in Nairobi. We've got a small hospitality play in Naivasha as well as in Kitale, where we have hotels.
That's where you have a farm.
That's where the farm is. On the farm, we have a luxury tented camp. We have a restaurant, and we have a place that we showcase the coffee, so we can walk, our guests in hospitality, right from the nursery where the coffee is nurtured and nursed from a seedling. Get out of the nursery into the farm where it's planted, through the various stages of growth, right up to the harvesting, the wet milling, the dry milling, the roasting, and the serving it into your cup. So at the farm, you can actually get the wholesome experience of a coffee from the time that you grow it to the time that you drink it in a cup.
So would you say But running this enterprise is profitable. Because the reason I'm asking
Yes.
is that you said this is a good place for your friends to have.
Yes,
So it should be an extension of
it is.
what other businesses. But would you say, but this is a
I'm not in philanthropy, so I mean the numbers have to make sense.
Yeah.
We are 1.5 years old, and so far so good. I'm quite optimistic about the future.
Great.
Yeah.
So what would you say if someone is looking at the Kenyan hospitality industry and wanted to come in, what would you say to such investors?
I would say to such an investor that Kenya is probably one of the most beautiful countries in the continent of Africa, and I'd say even in the whole world. If you look at the opportunity that this country provides in terms of the flora and the fauna, you've got the diversity right from the beach. In Mombasa, for example, a lot of the infrastructure in our coastal regions today is no longer what I would say at the cutting edge of global best facilities. Mm-hmm. Many of that infrastructure was put in place in the 70s and the 80s. So there is a huge opportunity today to develop modern, up-to-date infrastructure like Dubai has done. So I also see a huge opportunity. I think many of our natural resources like the national parks, where you find the big five, are completely undersold. If you look at the sheer tourist numbers in Kenya, for example, we get about perhaps just under 2 million visitors.
That's what I hear.
Per annum. But then if you look at the city of Paris, it'll get maybe 70 or 80 million tourists per annum. So the opportunity that we have here is that the marketing of a lot of the stuff that we have has not been taken to a point where we are sort of tapping the best resource out of it.
Just hold your thought, please. What's the ease of doing business? And now, I know I'm asking this because you're a businessman and you've worked across multiple industries.
Yeah.
So what would you say is the ease of doing business?
Well, I'll be very brutally honest to you there. I mean, in Kenya, it promulgated a new constitution in the year 2010.
Yeah.
And one of the unintended consequences of that new constitution has been that as a country, we run a very high recurrent overhead.
Did you know that Kenya is the world's 5th largest exporter of Arabica coffee, one of the finest coffee there is? Yet less than 10% of this coffee is processed locally. Therein lies an opportunity for you to invest. Visit buildingforafrica.com to learn how you can take advantage of this opportunity.
No places sweet like Africa, no way, no way.
So Kenya still would rate as one of the countries with a fairly high tax regime. And a high tax regime often comes with over-regulation. So if you look at my social media profile, you'll attest to the fact that I have for many years been advocating for a reduction of regulation in terms of number of permits that you need to do business, as well as a tax level.
Now, when you say this,
yes,
someone looking from outside to say, why should I come in?
Idea. I mean, that's a good question. I think to me, the opportunity still does exist. We have a very large youthful population. We put very good infrastructure. Our geographical location is second to none. We've got a vibrant commercial and financial sector. Like the NSC today is one of the best performing bourses in the continent of Africa. Our year-on-year growth has been significant. This morning, I presided over the rights issue of one of our leading banks, HF, and the price over the last fortnight has doubled on the exchange. So there's a lot of commercial and business opportunities. If you go to it from the agricultural perspective, I mean, our lands are largely untapped. We still have a huge opportunity in agriculture. We have a huge opportunity in mining. Our financial sector, the banks, the insurance industry, the stock exchanges, they're powering their way into the future. Healthcare, I mean, a youthful population naturally is the fertile ground for a healthcare industry.
So, like you say, despite the challenges of taxation, the opportunities outweigh what the challenges are.
100%. And I would not divest out of Kenya. I will continue to invest. Affordable housing still offers yet another opportunity. Deployment of infrastructure offers yet another opportunity. The ICT sector in Kenya, Kenya is the home of M-Pesa. Today, 1/3 of our GDP is transacted over the phone. And as a country, we take credit for that. So it's a global product today and made in Kenya.
Right. So now we've spoken about the challenges of doing business broadly around Kenya.
Yeah.
But let's come back to the hospitality industry. From the 1.5 years you've been running this business, what would you say are the challenges of running the hospitality business here?
I would say one is the cash flow is tight amongst the population. So you see, you get your income profile will not be as consistent. So there'll be days that it can be quite slow. The second thing I would say is the access to finance. I mean, for me, that's not a big challenge, but for many people who are in this industry, they have a challenge of access to finance. Because if you set up a business in Kenya, the interest rate regime is still fairly high. And again, that is predicated upon, the fiscal environment that I talked about earlier. Apart from that, I would say we have arguably the best human resource in the continent of Africa. Kenyans are hardworking, Kenyans are well-educated, and Kenyans are ready to work. And those three things make a lot of difference in the business environment.
Fantastic. Before we came on camera, you mentioned the fact that you invested in tech as well.
Yes.
So can you speak to that?
Yes, I have a flagship investment in a company called MTech that is headquartered in Lagos, Nigeria. Our partners sit in Lagos, but we run the East African operation. It's very vibrant. It's a back-end fintech operation operating across 16 African countries. I think geographically, Kenya offers a really excellent opportunity because we are 4.5 hours away from Dubai.
Yeah.
About 4 hours away from Johannesburg. We are 5 hours away from Lagos.
Yeah.
So geographically, we have a great advantage. At the same time, we have several undersea cables. We actually have 4 undersea cables in Kenya. So the availability of dark fiber is quite extensive, and our people are quite tech savvy in the sense that they are very early adopters to technology. So technology has been an interesting journey for us. We're growing it quite quickly. The average Gen Zs who choose when they come to work, but then at the end of the day, their productivity is quite high.
Yeah. So you've been a farmer, you've tried the media space, hospitality, tech. Is there any other industry you're considering to enter?
Well, I have a legal practice as well. And at the moment, I'm turning 60 this year, so I need to start to slow.
You don't look it.
Really?
You do not.
Thank you. You're too kind.
No, I'm not. Like, you do not look it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Great. So how do you manage all of this?
The Japanese have a saying, if you've got a task to do, give it to the busiest person. Like everybody else, I have 24 hours a day. I'm very deliberate about what I do. I have clear priorities about how I spend my, what are the areas of focus for the year. I've done that for the last 30 years, where every December, I'll sit down and list down 15 to 20 things that I'd like to achieve in the coming year. Every quarter, I'll review my performance. And oftentimes, I achieve 3/4 of what I set out to do. You always find that you're in a constant path of growth and discovery.
Great.
Yes.
So final words to investors. And when I mean investors, I'm saying especially African diaspora, because that's a huge market.
Yeah. Okay.
What would you say are the opportunities for African diaspora in Kenya?
Yeah. I would say firstly that the diaspora are a great contributor to emerging markets and to the frontier economies. In Kenya, we get just under $5 billion every year.
That's a lot.
From many parts of the world. Mm-hmm. And we have Kenyans working on tasks every single day. I watched President Trump last night in his inauguration, and I thought it was quite fascinating that he said that he's going to have the biggest number of deportations in the history of America. So I think it's a good flag that he's raised. And I'll just encourage the diaspora to start to look at investing back in Africa and start to invest through the financial markets, start to invest through the capital markets. I'm the chair of the NSE, and like I mentioned to you, our year-on-year growth has been significant. Diaspora remittances are increasing by 18% every year. There's opportunities in bonds. We are floating a foreign-denominated, US dollar-denominated bond that will be attractive to the diaspora. It'll give them a higher arbitrage than it would for them putting it in financial instruments in the West, where interest rates tend to be much lower. There's opportunity in affordable housing. There's opportunity in other financial instruments, like even mutual funds. And I think there's opportunity in agriculture, but I would recommend and suggest to them that it's better to invest in things that you don't need to manage yourself. You better invest in instruments that have people who are professional and who give you your return without you necessarily physically and geographically being back where you belong.
And what you're talking about, the capital markets?
Capital markets is the way to go. Yes.
Would you recommend the capital market over agriculture or over real estate?
I would recommend the capital market for the simple reason that it doesn't require a physical presence. Yeah, and still agriculture and real estate still exist in the capital markets because we have a real estate investment trust, which are unitized real estate investment opportunities. The unitizer allows you to go in and out of that opportunity. In the Kenyan Stock Exchange, we have about 50 counters Of the 50 counters, 9 of them are plantation sector. So you can still invest in agriculture by going to buy shares in Kakuzi, in Sassini, in other companies, George Williamson, that are listed in the NSE. Yes.
So one of the things we want to achieve with this show was to provide actionable insights. At the end of this interview, I want someone watching this interview to say, I can take this step immediately. Now for someone that you are asking to invest in the Kenyan capital market, what are the steps to do that? I have my money, I'm somewhere in the US. I'm now thinking about investing in Kenya. What do I need to do? Simple steps.
Very simple. You can go onto the website of the Nairobi Securities Exchange or the Capital Markets Authority. You will see the list of investment bankers that are operating, licensed investment bankers that are operating in Kenya. Then you will need to open a depository account, that is with a CDSC. That will allocate you a special number. And right now, we've been able to launch an app called the CSD DAO, together with the Central Bank of Kenya, that can allow you to operate in the market using an app from whichever jurisdiction you are. Through a 3-step authentication process, you can access our market once you're registered. So I would recommend register immediately, start to trade tomorrow morning, and then visit the websites or get a trade advisor, an investment advisor who will advise you on which counters would be the most vibrant.
Fantastic.
Yeah, the last thing I wanted to say, and I don't want to lose sight of it, is, like I said earlier, I've had the privilege of traveling to 90 countries of the world. So I would like to visit 10 countries this year. The one observation I have made about our continent, Africa, is that we don't trade enough with each other.
We do not trade
enough
with each other.
No. It is easier today to ship a container from the port of Mombasa to Phoenix to the United Kingdom than it is to ship a container from here to Lagos.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, we need to start to breathe life into the Pan-African Continental Free Trade Area and open up for trade opportunities. I'll give you a good case in point. So you're from Lagos, Nigeria.
Correct.
One of the habits that I developed in the time that I was traveling extensively as the head of the Chamber of Commerce, every country I visited, I went to the supermarkets. Visiting a supermarket gives you an insight as to the industrial prowess of a country. And I remember in Aso Rock, as guests of President Goodluck Jonathan, he said to us, don't be like Nigeria, where we import a lot of the things that we used to grow before we discovered oil. So he was speaking to the oil, whether it was a boon or a bane.
Yes.
And in my visitation in West Africa, many of the supermarkets have got products from as far afield as Nigeria, as Australia, and New Zealand. So in Kenya, we have a surplus of dairy products. In Nigeria, you have a deficit, but then because of the structure of our continental trading arrangements, it's easier for you to get your products from as far afield as Australia. If we ensure that we make Africa work, we should be able to break those barriers and trade seamlessly.
So what do you think is a solution for that? Like, how can that be solved? This is the problem.
I think we need to just ensure that the spirit that has been demonstrated by the leaders of Africa in signing onto that protocol should be followed by the bureaucracy in dismantling the non-tariff barriers between our boundaries. It should be easy to sell commodities to Nigeria. It should be easy for Congo, DRC to be able to send their timber to Kenya. It should be easy for Tanzania to export their maize to Kenya, as they do now.
Yeah.
So we need to really break down these geographical barriers.
Are you saying any roles in helping to break that barrier? And the reason I ask is that you're not just a business person.
Yes.
You're a business leader. I work with people in government and other.
I have been advocating. I'm still the chairman of the board of trustees of the National Chamber of Commerce, and I'm a strong advocate for that barriers breaking. I would say, without a shadow of doubt, that Kenya provides a very unique investment destination and opportunity for you. Number one, as you know, we've got a vibrant, youthful population. About 80% of our population are below the age of 30. The population is growing year on year by over 6%. This region of the world has the fastest GDP growth anywhere in the world. So in terms of economic growth, the fundamentals are in place. Infrastructure is being deployed, and it is the right time to start to make a play at this very vibrant and burgeoning market that Kenya provides. We also have a lot of opportunity in agriculture. Kenya has got some of the best soils in the world. We have opportunities in technology. We have I would arguably say, the best population in terms of their tooling and their ability and their attitude towards work. Their work ethic is second to none. Fourthly, I would say that Kenya, especially the capital markets at the Nairobi Securities Exchange, offers a very good return to your investments. Kenya is one of the countries in Africa that has no foreign currency controls. You are able to move convertible hard currencies into Kenya, buy shares, make your arbitrage. When you're ready to sell and move out. I don't think there are many countries in Africa that offer you that opportunity. In Kenya, you can walk into your bank and buy your dollars and remit it to wherever you want, so long as you have the documentation to prove that you're doing bona fide trading. So I think this is the country to be in. Affordable housing, you name it, ICT, education, healthcare. That youthful population needs food, it needs connectivity, it needs water, it needs housing, it needs clothing. So all those are opportunities that are offered to you. So I would say, come to Kenya. You will not get your money lost, and neither would it be a bad decision. Thank you very much.
Great conversation with you.
Thank you.
I look forward to coming to your farm.
Please.
Yeah, I look forward to coming to your farm.
Yeah. Come and drink this nice coffee.
Like Africa, no way, no way. Mommy, yeah. No place is sweet like Africa, no way, no way. Jamais, oh, jamais. Lagos to Kinshasa, you for like touchdown Addis Ababa. There's no phone way. I'm singing this for you, Africa. I am addicted to you, I admit it. Innovative mind, oh. Don't be resources, oh. Come on, say something.